It turns out I have spent half of my life, not my working life, half of my life thinking about head positions, how actively thinking and considering how they influence whatever I was involved in, be that chronic pain, movement efficiency, breathing mechanics. It started 30 years ago in the mid-90s working with folk with lymphedema, gross swelling of limbs. I was like a human plumber. And the head position seemed to influence the workings of their fluids up and down the body significantly enough that a very elegant study from Norway exemplified everything for the people I was working with. So very many years ago in Norway, they did a study with chronic back pain sufferers. And they had the people up against the wall. They measured with a tape measure or a ruler the distance their head was from the wall. So they had their mid-back against the wall, their bum against the wall, not their heels, because if you put the heels against the wall, it topples you forwards. So they had a tape measure, ruler, accuracy, head position relative to the rest of their body. And then they had them standing, holding a broomstick with a bowling ball, a 5-kilo bowling ball on the top. 5 kilos is roughly the average weight of a human head, an adult human head. So initially, they were holding their broomstick with the bowling ball directly above their hands, and everybody was fairly comfortable for an extended period of time. And then they had the people hold the base of the broomstick, and they tilted the broomstick with the bowling ball forward to the degree their head was forward, having pre-measured. And within seconds, there was this. It was a perfect illustration of the strain their bodies were under when the head wasn't perched effortlessly on the top of the spine, which was above the bottom of the spine, but it was forward. Since then, things have got a little bit more scientific. So when I went through Czech practitioner training, it was still with ruler and tape measure and pencils, and they had attached some more scientific numbers to the effect of the head position on the rest of the body. And there was a heuristic, there was a rule of thumb for every inch, back in the day, for every inch, and he was American as well, so it was inches, for every inch further forward than ideally top and bottom of spine, above and below each other, for every inch further forward, you added the weight of another head. So then we could see how many heads people were mass managing as they put one foot in front of the other. Then science got a little bit more advanced and research revealed the weights. So for a 15-degree effective forward head position, now the 5-kilo average human head weighed effectively to the system 12 kilos. 30 degrees, which I measure often on Doris, we'll come to Doris in a moment, 30 degrees, the effective load was now 18 kilos. You're close to your luggage allowance. So people think that they're weak. They come in and see me and they tell me that they have weak glutes, weak, all sorts of weak things. Nothing is weak when you are with a forward head position and the effective load through the system is 18 kilos. And I measure that often. 45 degrees, and I measure that too. Now the effective load is 22 kilos. You've busted your luggage allowance and now you're paying excess, and your body is too. 60 degrees, I have measured this. This is now effective load of 27 degrees. And we've all seen the practically bent double folk whose whose effective loads are unmeasurable. And now we have Doris. Doris helps keep my thinking on point because she measures more accurately than an X-ray, up to 30 kilometers an hour. So I get to see the effects in real time of what is happening to that person's systems and what happens as we put the stimuli in that we're going to go through today.